It already pains me to give this much mental energy to it, but I feel like this is an opportunity to discuss an important facet of the artist's life. Like thousands of other artists, I fell for this Scammy contest. And I'm super disappointed, not only in the contest, but also in myself. When I first read about it, I was instantly intrigued. Why? Because Johnny Depp's face and name were attached to it. Oh, it must be legit. And so I signed up. But now I've withdrawn my name, telling them I no longer want to participate. And here's why. There were red flags in the beginning, but I ignored them. It only asked for a profile pic at sign up, and signing up wasn't actually signing up. That first confirmation email said I may have the opportunity to participate. And then yay, days later, I got the email saying I was officially in the running. All I'd done was uploaded a pic of myself and given them my contact info. No artwork at all. The email asked me to click the button for a special message from award-winning actor and artist Johnny Depp and take your next steps. And then it was the most awkward video from Mr. Depp. Like, he barely understood the brief, had no idea what he was supposed to be promoting. I was embarrassed for him. That was another red flag. But if he's involved, it had to be a legit thing, right? And then I see that it isn't about my art. Still no opportunity to upload my art. But I'm supposed to ask people to vote for me. And then I realized I can pay for more votes. Apparently, I can buy up to 1,000 votes per session. And then I started to see other artists in my social feeds asking people to vote for them. It was a popularity contest masquerading as an art competition, but really it was just a cynical shortcut to become a recognized artist. I could get an art forum magazine, have something to do with a nonprofit called the Art of Elysium, and I could get an exhibit. Wow, if only someone had enough money to get the votes they needed to win. It started to feel way off to me. I couldn't bring myself to ask anyone for votes. Finally, a month goes by and I'm seeing more and more people calling out this contest. I was going to just let it run its course, let my shameful entry fade into anonymity, but I felt like I needed to actively wash my hands of this. So I emailed them to remove my profile because I didn't want to participate anymore. To their credit, they removed me. Others have already gone in depth on the legitimacy of this contest and why it should give you pause. Legally, I have no idea whether it's a legitimately structured contest. I am a non-practicing lawyer licensed in the state of New York, and I did read a good amount of the fine print when I first signed up, but I still don't understand how this contest will work in the end. Another red flag, by the way. I've linked 2 other videos in the description showing how, at best, this is a legal scam. It's not technically fraudulent, but it preys on artists like me desperate for attention. Or at worst, it may actually just be a fraud. Since others have already stated it eloquently, I'm not going to repeat the problems here, but what I do want to talk about is why I fell for this and got suckered into signing up for the People's Artist Contest in the first place. I'm really embarrassed. There was a chance to win $25,000, the chance to be in art forum, the chance to have a solo show in LA, the chance to be in a contest that features Johnny Depp. It already pains me to give this much mental energy to it, but I feel like this is an opportunity to discuss an important facet of the artist's life, especially for someone like me who started later in life. I didn't go to art school. In fact, I never even picked up a paintbrush until a little over 10 years ago. I'm now 52 years old. So what? Well, during the pandemic, I started posting my paintings and I began to find my audience. Specifically, art collectors who are passionate about Uptown Manhattan, where I live, including many people who've moved away and now live all over the country. I now regularly sell original artwork and prints, and I have a steady stream of commissions to work on. I'm incredibly thankful for all of this, but it doesn't feel like it's enough. I was duped. Okay, I didn't lose any money, I didn't lose any artwork, but it did rob me of one thing. For a moment there, it robbed me of my own sense of worth. I sought validation from something other than my own identity. This shiny new thing held money, recognition, exposure. Yes, I'm 52 years old and I'm working hard to build my art practice, and the stakes are high because I feel time passing by faster and faster these days. I feel the burden of having to work a day job the rest of my life. I feel parental obligations. Can I ever be a full-time artist? This contest seemed to offer the chance to get one step closer in that pursuit. And there are thousands of us that fell for this carrot they dangled in front of us. I'm embarrassed about this, but I'm glad I stopped myself from further participation. I'm not beyond asking people to vote for my artwork, but this was never about the art in the end. So is there a silver lining in this? I ask because I don't just want to unload and vent, but for every scam or trend that seems to prey on artists, there are opportunities out there that truly offer valuable exposure, even compensation. So while this contest did sour me on the whole competitive art scene, I at least gain perspective and some things to look out for with the next contest that comes along. Now, I have entered competitions or artist calls where I actually won something valuable, like a self-portrait competition sponsored by Jerry's Artorama and the Subway Elevator art program that I've successfully exhibited in twice now. You would think I know what a legitimate contest looks like, but no matter how experienced one is, we can always fall prey when the prize comes packaged with exposure and validation and compensation. In the end, this is really a reminder to self and a humble encouragement to you all to not seek external validation. But who am I kidding? External validation is a necessary evil for us. But at least we can train ourselves to keep it in its place. It's never more important than your own identity. You are worth so much more than what Johnny Depp or the next paid famous actor can offer you. Until the next time, go and paint.